Now, this was a very interesting question by a customer. This was really a hard nut to crack, and we show you what the customer wanted. So he wants to type in an order text CPT, and the customer wants to tick individual items here from the list, and then it should be rendered into a formatted phrase with a table, as you can see here. And the table is separated by a text on the left and something like a serial number or a special code on the right. Now let's see how this is done in PhraseExpress. Here's the table with the contents, and I start to create individual phrases for each row of this table. So I begin with this. I make sure to highlight the whole row. Then I press Ctrl-Alt-C to create a new phrase. And now this is very important. Make sure to use rich formatted text so that the table formatting is included. Now I repeat this for all the other items here. Oops. Okay, now I have created phrase from all rows. Then I open PhraseExpress, and here you can see all the phrases. Just to make it readable, I create a folder. And I copy all the phrases here. And now I create a new phrase called form. Okay, now the first thing I do is I make sure that expand macro functions is activated. Okay, then I take the first item and just copy the description. And I go to the form. I right click into the input box and select macro, form, and checkbox. And as a label, I paste what I just copied into the clipboard. And if this checkbox is checked, the output shall be the first phrase. And to output this formatted phrase, I right click into this input box and nest another macro function to link the phrase from the list of items. So I select insert another phrase. Then I click on the browse button and start typing the name of the phrase. It's basic. It begins with BIS, and that's the phrase I would like to insert. Okay, PhraseExpress creates an individual order text for this desired phrase, which looks cryptic, but it's just the internal address for PhraseExpress to insert this phrase. So if this checkbox is checked, then the phrase with the order text as shown here is inserted. Okay. And PhraseExpress creates this macro function here. I now repeat the step for all other items. So I take this complete metabolic panel, I copy the description, I go back to the form, and now it's very important that you put the next macro right following the previous macro. So don't add a carriage return, because this would be output in the final phrase. So I right click into the input box, select macro, select form again, and select checkbox. I paste in the label, and then I go to the output box, right click on it, and insert the second phrase. To do that, I click on browse, and it was a complete metabolic panel. Press OK, and again PhraseExpress creates an order text which serves as an address, as an internal address to trigger the phrase. Okay, here's the second macro. Okay, this is what the final phrase would look like. And then the customer wants the order text CPT. And let's execute it immediately after entering it. That's it.